Right, hi everyone. Where I'm going to start doing these wee shorter ones and longer ones and mix it up. Again, my videos usually do tend to be longer, but I suppose it depends. When I've got a wee minute, sometimes I do just film a wee off the cuff one. I've got my Spotify on in the background there. You won't be able to hear it, but it feels important because before I started, I was getting downloads and I picked up cards to back it up about. So I feel like, right, so first of all, before I forget the question that's got the most votes right now, and I'm just pissing myself saying that. I mean, I think it's like literally 3 people voted or 2 people. I don't fucking know. Um, so if you are watching these and you want to contribute to that I said that weird, but if you want to contribute to, what I focus on, I mean, you might be fine with me picking it, whatever. Then yeah, do vote because it'll help me not procrastinate. I'm actually finding this quite fun. I just, yeah. So, like I said, I just like things that make things not boring. And my feeling is if I can do this, sick to doing this every day, even if some days, if I'm really tired, it's just like like a 10-minute one or something, it's better than nothing. Do you know what I mean? And it will help someone out there, more usually just more than one. So, but the good thing about this is too, is it's not samey, because a lot of the time I felt I was just picking up on the same wave of twins. Um, and I feel if I don't know, I've got a feeling that it's going to be different things every day, like vastly different. So let's just see, like today, for instance, it very much feels like I'm going to be tuning in a situation where um, someone is hearing loads of songs about you, which is why, again, I know quite often the, I do have the songs on there on silent, and it's good as that. And if you've never seen that, if you're new, prepare for your mind to be blown how much, yeah, you'll know that if you've ever been around me in person when there's music on or on a Zoom. It's quite magical. Um, and just in my everyday life, never mind actually doing my work. I'm always working for spirit, the God, the divine, whatever you want to call yours. So anyway, basically, what was I going to say? Right, so now it's drops of Jupiter. Oh, so that's good. So there might be something about, what's Jupiter doing today? Jupiter's in Aries, so there might be something significant about where Jupiter in Aries is in your chart, because Jupiter is about luck, expansion. Again, I always use my favourite one that I often forget, but it's there's no such thing as luck. Luck is preparation meeting opportunity, so there could be something around a theme here around that for any of your life. But again, if you're new to me, this channel is about twin flames, empowering your divine feminine, your divine masculine within you. And if you're at that bit, if you're at that bit of the journey, you and your twin flame in physical union, helping you in separation, helping them, blah, blah, blah. So that's what this question was focused on. The one that had the most votes was, what do I most need right now? And what does my twin need? So basically, we'll do you first. Um, but to be honest with you, now I'm thinking of it, that's what I do all the time anyway, because I always do divine feminine, divine masculine. So whatever. Because I put the question like that, I will just do that. And then you can let me know in the comments whether you're divine feminine or actually that would be right. Anyway, we'll just go with it. But yeah, that song might be specialty drops of Jupiter. I like that one. Which fun fact, it's actually well, I don't know about fun fact, but it's actually about, I think it was like when the guys, it was either like when his auntie died or his mum or something like that, and he was just sort of wondering what she had become, like when she crossed over spirit. So again, really sorry if that is a specific thing for somebody out there if you've lost somebody. But yeah, so before I pull the cards to back it up, I've got all the specific feely ones, and again, we are in Cancer Moon as I'm recording this, although everything I do is timeless, everything I do is channeling, blah, 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 blah. Everything I do is healing. That's for the people that are new. And I can feel a lot of healing going to my back of my heart, basically, which is sending love out to use if you're open to it. Yeah, I was getting a message about someone getting loads of messages about their twin flame through songs, more than usual, um, which is what guided me to put the Spotify on. But and also, definite, like, it's like, it feels like, and again, I'm hoping there'll be a card that'll sort of back me up. It's like there's some sort of epiphany about not wanting to be wherever they are. So whether that be not wanting to be in the same kind of job, not wanting to be in the same friendship group, not wanting to be in the same kind of relationship, someone's in a relationship, or not kind of wanting to be in that kind of player lifestyle, whatever it is, regardless of gender, to how that's going to apply. But there's something about, like, you know, I'm waking up to what is no longer me and to who is no longer me, right? So we'll see how any of that comes in, but that's the kind of feelings that I was getting about what this one that they wanted me to do. So we're already on 5 minutes, so I want to see if I can stick to this being about 20 minutes. If it needs to be 30, that's fine. Right, so what is it that, oh my god, that's a good or a bad start. So I'm going to take the one that drew my eyes first, right? Surrender to setting limits. So what do I most need right now? Meaning you watching this. Whether you're divine feminine or divine masculine. Again, I'm going to do it this way. I don't know if I like that question, to be honest, but we'll just go with it because that's what I said. Surrender to setting limits. It is healthy to set boundaries in relationships. Practice expressing your needs and remember that no is a complete sentence. Intuitively, I'm kind of feeling that this is going to be for... I was being guided to say divine masculines, but it could be divine feminines too, so I'll stick with what I said. The song that's on is called Trust in You, and it's actually, again, that's like really, it's more about trusting in God, really. So I feel someone's letting go and letting God right now. Yeah. So what you're working on right now is setting limits with people, putting in healthy boundaries, and that's interesting because that is everything it's everything I'm channeling about all the time, really, in some sort of way. But it's been coming up a lot, I'd say, the whole of this year, the last few months, that wherever it is you find it difficult to, you know, to put in boundaries, or, you know, to like loving boundaries, and it's just when I've channeled about, like, still, even though you do it in a loving, kind way, people, there will always be people that will be butthurt, as I call it, because they're no longer going to get the same access to you as what they once did. So there's something about that. So that's what you need to work on, whether you're predominantly divine feminine or divine masculine, right? We'll put that back, and then let's see what is your twin needing to work on right now. So when I say what is your twin needing to work on right now, remember, you've got, having more fun, you've got divine feminine, divine masculine, whichever one you are. So it's like you've got to work on balancing your own inner divine feminine, divine masculine, but it usually does give quite a good indication from what people tell me about when they do have interaction with their twins, or what they sense their twins are going through. So it's basically your twin is learning not to take things so seriously, surrender to play, take a break from overthinking a goal, do something fun, play as a time of recreation, rejuvenation. Yeah, so it's like, this feels like I'm tuning in to someone whose twin is kind of like that kind of workaholic vibe, or overthinking something to the point of driving yourself demented, really. And just basically, yeah, just needing to take a bit of break from working or overthinking and playing. So again, whether that's doing something that really nurtures their own inner child, or maybe spending time with a child in their life, it's something like that. Just doing something fun, you know, taking a break. It feels stress related as well. So now what we're going to do this is, what can you do now that you know that as if this is your reading today? Again, it's not everyone's, but if this is resonating, what can you do to help your twin with that if they're not actually acting upon that? Simple. You do something fun. You do something fun for your energy. Where is it you need to surrender to play and do the things that I just said? And then that will encourage your twin to. Where is it with the other card? Where is it you need to set more limits around being so easily accessible to others and their problems, and have some fun and play? And now I can see that really ties in with, if you're not new and you keep up with everything that I put out, it's like, that makes sense when I posted that yesterday saying, hi guys, I'm just getting back to emails today and tomorrow. I was guided to just, have the weekend all myself to gather back my energy, as we should. So especially if you're in a similar kind of field as me and you're giving a lot of that healing energy out. So anyway, wherever that fits, right, okay, we'll not oversaturate what's in the bottom though. Yeah, and then surrender to success. You're ready to experience abundance. Don't look back at previous roadblocks or difficulties. Leap into an exciting new world of possibilities. And if you stick to that, you know, risk, care, dream, achieve more than others think is possible, that leads to success. Boom. Love it. Right, that's that bit. What's this on now? Oh, interesting. Right, oh, and I can, wow, that's crazy. I can feel a lot of healing at my back there. So there's so much definite heart opening happening here. Right, so this is a subconscious block or desire. I'll see when the card comes out of you, okay, if this is yours. And then we'll do your twin. So yeah, it's Rewrite the Stars is on. So remember, that's the song that I always laugh about. It feels very twin flamey because it's like, you know, one's like, this can work, and the other one's like, no, it can't work. How can it possibly work? And that definitely feels like twin flames talking to each other at certain points of the journey. You know, someone's like, how can this work? It can't work. And actually, I think in that film, it's sad because it's actually about race. So it doesn't need to be that for you, although it could be for someone out there. But it's like, you know, people don't approve of him being with her. So take the him and her and move it all about gender. It could be anything. Like I always say, it could just be, yeah, basically it's like you or your twin. You don't fit the mould for your twin's life. And again, you don't want to fit the mould for anyone's fucking life. So don't try and fit in. Do you know what I mean? Oh God, and then that fits the thing that I posted that was on my friend's kid's wall there. You know, don't fit in when you're born to stand out. Oh yeah, and it was 11:44 when I said that. And then your twin will follow suit. Not right away, but they will. They'll be like, yeah, why am I trying to fit in? Fitting in's boring. You're not born to fit in. Right, okay, so subconscious block or desire of you. Oh my God. Wow, look at all those cards. This is why I love this. That's exactly the feeling that I was picking up on for someone today. I'm committed to someone else because they don't challenge me. Right, so that's the subconscious block, right? So it's like this person, and this is you. So again, if this is, again, different bits can resonate with you, but if this is you, that's, I did say I felt that was a divine masculine, didn't I, the first lot? So it's, again, it's more important what means to you, but that is what we feel. It's like, this is for divine masculine energy, regardless of your gender, that you've committed to someone else either in the past or this is presently. Yeah, it's not going to be future, but whatever. It's like it could be future. You know, somebody could still be running and in denial, and they could get into future relationships. So it could be past, present, future. But it's either way. I've committed to someone else because they don't challenge me. So it's like, you're just running on autopilot, basically, if this is you, right? So whether you've done that in the past or you're still doing it or you're going to do it in the future, it's like you're running from yourself. That's what the twin flame journey is about. And you pick people that are, now that's really interesting because right before I came out again, I've been doing other stuff, but I happened to catch a title and it was something like, it was like one of these copycat ones where it's like basically somebody has been embodying you to your twin. So it's like, but it's like, it was something like they can't keep it up, because it's not their energy. Do you know what I mean? When you're copying someone, which is why, again, over the years, you know, if you've been around with me the whole time, you'll know that whether it comes to work or definitely some weird shit like what I've just said there, nobody can maintain that. Whether you're copying somebody's work or you're copying somebody's being to get somebody else to like you. I mean, God, go and get a fucking proper counsellor and love yourself, and then find somebody that you're meant to be with, rather than pretend to be somebody else to keep some. That again, that there you go. That is modern spell work, black magic. Pretend to be somebody else. Because you might fool and trick and pull the wool over somebody's eyes for a little while, but it won't last. It would be exhausting as well. Same with actually twin flames that are wearing masks, like pretend to be somebody else hiding yourself. Like they can't keep that up either, or you can't, whoever this is for. Yeah, it's, yeah, whatever, right, okay, so I didn't read this, did I? Do not fear the current changes. All is happening in accordance with your divine plan. This feels very eclipse energy. The current events are paving the way to a brighter future. Love illuminates all darkness. Remain positive and light. Whatever that means to you, we'll put that there. Right, what is the subconscious block or desire of the other twin or your twin. So basically, whoever this is for whoever that bit was for, you're currently in a relationship which doesn't satisfy you, it doesn't challenge you, but that's what it is. Yeah, it was like something like this copycat is claiming that they're the twin flame. Something like that. It was one of these really complicated ones. Sometimes things just pop up in the algorithm because of what I do, and it's like, who's that? But you know, kind of role reversal. Like they're not the true twin flame and you are, or whatever, but it's like they're casting an illusion. But like I said, that you just got it, that wouldn't last. So that's a complicated one though, but I must have seen it for someone. And also, oh, that's what they're getting to. So this is complicated, but it's like the reason you would know that they're not twin flames if somebody is currently in a relationship with someone and someone's like claiming, oh, that's my twin flame, is that there is rarely, you know, actual proper twin flames that are physically managing to stay together in this energy. Like, and like I said, even when I share now and again about ones that I know that are engaged or married, again, I'm keeping it anonymous, but they're currently going through their turbulence, or they have been, and they've had their, you know, because they're twin flame. It's just there's some people's unique situations that I've noticed is they have been allowed to be together, but you should, you know, I'm like, you should see, but it's kind of like, just trust me when I say they've got so many karmic situations alongside being with their twin, like horrible families. I mean, I'm just going to call it space, but yeah, horrible families, or just like, you know, abandoned by the whole family, or manipulated by who, you know what I mean? It's, they get different kind of challenges. We're all given different lessons. So, you know, it's just because of the, you know, now and again people be like, oh yeah, there's no twins that are in union. Like, that isn't true. You have got to watch though, because I do feel some that claim they're in union are lying, basically. Or they're not, they're just simply not twin flames. So that's where you've got to use your discernment. Yeah, the point is that it's like, if there's no challenge there, there's not, you know, it's not peace. Like I said, it's not, this is what I said in the one yesterday, it's not peaceful laddie-da rainbows and fluffy unicorns every day with your twin flame. Like, it's, they should, when when there's intense feelings going on, they should really fuck you off. Do you know what I mean? And that's how you'll know it's your twin flame. But at the same time, it'd be that kind of, they really piss you off, but there's this weird kind of sexual tension. And again, I would never I laugh when I say this, but it's true. I would never advise, you know, for those of you that are anywhere near that kind of, you know, involve your twin, I would never advise angry sex kind of shit. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, you always want to, but what I'm saying is, it's healthy. You know, it's kind of like, where are you going with that? Yeah, anyway, there is something about that, you know what I mean? It's like, what I'm just trying to say is there's challenges, and it's this person saying, I feel it's someone saying, look, I wasn't ready for the challenges, but I wasn't ready for this kind of relationship, but they're pulling me the death card over there on top of another tarot deck. But it's like that, me has died, and now I am ready. So it's basically just somebody growing up. And again, it doesn't even matter about age. I remember a taxi driver told me that when I was a teenager, that men don't grow up until they're late 30s. And I mean, it does seem to be true for many people. Let me know if that's you. Right, okay, so where is the other twin towards this one? Because that'll be interesting to watch back what that was about. My heart keeps coming back to you, even though I know you've lost faith in me. Yeah, again, so this is, that's why they want me to take divine femme, divine masculine out of it, because that feels like a divine feminine. A divine masculine to a divine feminine. But you see, I'm making mistakes for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. It's like, someone just can't forget their twin, even though their twin is with someone else. That's to put it simply. We need, give us another one for that. Time passes. Oh yeah, look, and then it's a similar message. Time passes, but my feelings don't change, even though you no longer trust me with your heart. Yeah, again, so that's, God, that's scary, isn't it? So it's like that. It's definitely, it's like someone likes feeling like you've lost faith in them. I'm swapping it about whether this is your, that someone's feeling like you've lost faith in them, that there wouldn't even be any point in trying. I can't remember what the other card says, so just take the bits that resonate for you, right? But consciously what's going on? Let's look at consciously what's going on for one twin and the other. So you and them. I'm just going to say you and them, and you can decide what fucking one you are. That's what I mean. I think I like better divine feminine, divine masculine. But when I hiccup or burp or anything, which you don't always hear, it's I'm transmitting energy if you're new. So for the first one, oh my god, that's too many. I wish I could take it back. There's something, some kind of regret there. So it's like, you know what I mean, that could even fit for those cards there. So just, I wish I could take it back. And I think the world of you yet. Again, so I'm picking up, it's like somebody's said something or done something, or possibly both. Could be recently, could be in the past that they're regretting. And remember, we are Mercury retrograde, so it makes you think about the past. There's something there, and they think the world of you, but I feel whatever it is they've said or done, or both, really, like, you know, the actions wouldn't be showing that. Yeah, oh my god, unhealthy habits and behaviours, yeah. And it's like, you know, again, so it's feels like something somebody said or done or both. And actually, to be fair, it's like I can feel this telling me it's like it comes from, shuffle it comes from how others have treated them in the past. It's like bad habits. It's like speaking to somebody like shit because somebody spoke to you like shit. It's that kind of vibe. Serendipity, there could be a chance meeting, more than a coincidence, number, patterns, signs, fated, destiny, soul contract. Again, that's fitting with what I said about this person is seeing signs of you everywhere. Well, I said they're hearing music that's speaking to them. Oh god, the Mercury retrograde roller coaster. Oh, and then that, wow, that picks up on what I just said about if they treated you like not very good in the past, whether it was past or recent, it's because of what they've went through with others around them. Highs and lows, addictive relationship, pleasure and pain, hot and cold, emotionally unavailable, non-committal. So see how that could be like they've been like that with you, but it could also be like they've been in relationships like that. And it's just kind of like people don't change overnight kind of thing. Interesting, but we can't excuse people's behaviour all the time. You know, you have to come out of victim mode and take responsibility for your own behaviours and all of that kind of stuff. But right, okay, so so that feels like whatever, right? This is the other twin. I'm not doing it using them. I don't know what I want. Somebody's confused about what it is they want. This feels, I have to say, this now feels like a divine feminine energy, and perhaps it's been because of the treatment. Jealous and possessive. It's like, you know, perhaps this could either be that it feels, right, that's really specific, but I need a deck that's going to back up. It feels like I'm being told that it's like someone has shown traits of somebody from your past, if this is you. Oh my god, that's crazy. And now it's that Liam Lewis. That's hilarious. I always call, I mean, I'm just being careful because it's got, look, that song just came on. I was listening to that before it came on anyway, but that just came on itself. Wish you the best. Felt like that was going to happen, and it's like that. But I only wish you the best. Wait a minute. Without you, everything's wrong. And if you were everything I need, this is what the person wants to say. And you were everything I need all along. Like I think the world of you, that card. I wish you never left, but instead only wish you the best. And I can't help but notice you seem happier than ever now, and I guess I should tell you I'm sorry. Seems I was a bit problem somehow, but basically, right, like I'm not fucking reading the whole thing, but that is, I felt that song was going to come on. That is the edit, because it was like I was hearing it in my head, and I was being told stuff, and then that's how I knew to come and do this. But it's like, basically, right, I was going to do the video yesterday. I was going to be like, what would this person tell you if they weren't in their pride and ego? I was hearing that was meant to be the title on the beach, and then it was so crazy. I never went with that one. And then I got confirmation from everywhere of like other people had used the exact same thing. So it was like obviously like they'd got the same sort of download as me, went with it, and I didn't. It was so again, it was just really quite funny that, because I was like, oh shit, right, I was meant to do that. So basically, I'll do that another day. But it's just funny that it was in the collective. But it's like, that's what that song feels like to me about. Like, he's wanting to say I'm sorry and I want you back, and you know, all that kind of stuff. I'm sorry for how I treated you, or whatever the deal is. But they don't do it. Instead, they're just like, oh, I see you're happy now, I won't even bother, and I wish you the best. Or however someone would say that, do you know what I mean? Or it could even be like they're really standoffish or even horrible to you. You know what I mean? People do loads of crazy shit. So whatever it is, but I feel it's this twin whoever someone has been towards them, it's confused them because it's reminded them of someone else. Is that right? The chemistry between us is off the charts, but there's just that awareness of like that. This is so funny. Like, I'm laughing because it's like, it is what I've already said. Like, it's because I'm just a channel, but you know what I mean? It's like, it's what I said about, you know, that even when you're arguing with someone, then when it's your twin flame, there's this weird kind of hot, like, you know, there's something there. Like, it's like, you just want to stop arguing, laugh, and jump into bed. Do you know what I mean? Like that. But that's the point. Like, I would always recommend, if you're open to my therapist and healer point of view, make sure you do that. Like, I wouldn't leave the anger unresolved and like act out an angry state. Because again, some people who do whatever you fucking want in the bedroom, right? As long as it's consensual between both people. But I'm just saying that's confusing to the brain and the body, and I could go all into talking about tantra and everything like that, and sometimes they do, but I mean, right now that's what's coming through here. If someone's been triggered by their twin's behaviour, but there's no denial about the chemistry. Wait a minute, there's a card that says chemistry in this. And flashlights on now. To me, that's like someone's light, a divine feminine's energy, guiding their twin out the dark, aka they're asleep, like what I wrote in the post earlier. What else do you need to know about what I've said here? What is this twin feeling towards their twin? Synchronicity. There's another one about signs and synchronicity. A divine soul counterpart relationship is blessed with amazing moments of synchronicity. So this feels like I'm tuning into some kind of serendipitous meeting. So it feels like you just bump into them randomly. Free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. And again, perhaps it's because somebody's freed themselves from a toxic situation. It doesn't always need to be romantic. It could have been anyone that was limiting them. Having sensible boundaries is important. This is clearly a theme for this one because that came out at the start. Yeah, and that fits as well. If someone's been triggered by their twin's behaviour, it's like, it's just about that kind of vibe, and nobody's perfect and working together and you're on the same team. And but there has to be communication there has to be apologies, there has to be being an adult about it, right? Sorry to get all mama wolf serious therapist on you there, but it's true, isn't it? Right, okay, how do we want to end this? And again, look, how do we want to end this? Again, when I'm saying that, I'm feeling like someone's had trouble ending. It's like I feel like I'm tuning in at someone that's had trouble ending something with someone else that they're not that bothered about. Out of being polite, really, or, you know, awkward, people pleasing. Cut that shit out, right? In the end, you're going to make them happier, letting them free to be who they're meant to be with, and you go where you're meant to be, whoever that's for, right? What else I need to know? Oh, yeah, look, obstacles. But I pulled it in reverse, so I feel like that's over, or going to be. Karma, soul contract, things to learn, need more healing, complications, divine timing, more awakening needed. But what I'm feeling is, that's, so it's if you're just like really angry about your person being with another person, like, we get it, right? We all get it. It's not a nice feeling, but it's, again, it's, they've got a soul contract with that person to learn these lessons, and once they've learned those things and got that healing, and it's divine timing, and it helps them awaken, and that's when they're closer to a union with you, right? So stop holding on, not letting you go, wanting to be together, can't move on, lost without you, needing you, codependency. Let it go. Because again, if you're, oh, this is so crazy, because this is like what I said yesterday in the Mediumship Monday. Every time I felt like I'd let my twin go, I hadn't really, because I know that it's just kind of like, to me, it's like, I've associated it with like, if you let somebody go, you're giving up on them. It's not the same. Like, it's, and again, I can't say it any more than what I'm saying it. You really have to get there yourself. You have to do the work to get there yourself. And you'll have moments like what I'm saying, you'll think you've let go and you haven't. Something will, put this way, something will happen in everybody's life, I feel, that will make you let go. But yeah, trust in the union, let go, and your twin will trust. You've got this strong telepathic bond, multi-dimensional connection, feeling each other's emotions, mind reading, connected through space and time, pure communication. Yeah, people can't compete with that, you know. They might try, but how could you? Right, let's end it with, you're the one that I want is on. Yeah, do you know what I mean? It's like, that's the truth. You both feel like Sandy and Danny flying off in the car, ascending. You've only got eyes for each other, but look at, like I've got the whole time I've channeled these in public and definitely in private, I've used that example quite a lot, but it's true. It looks like in that film that it's more so him than her, isn't it? But she does it too. She tries to make him jealous with that other dude, doesn't she? And we can't even remember his name, so that means something. That's how important he is in the story. No shade, but you know what I'm saying. But with him, it's more him, isn't it? Like that Cha-Cha comes and sweeps him off the dance floor and all that, and it's, even though you know what happens in the film, if we've all seen it 100 times, it's not a nice feeling, because you're like, he's just made a pure C-word out of her. Do you know what I mean? Why did you do that? For TV? And think about it, he does it for the TV. He does it because he's showing off. That's a divine masculine in pride and ego, my friends. You know what I mean? Regardless of gender. But it's not the truth, because then he's walking about hopeless. Oh no, that's her. See, they're mirroring. She's hopelessly devoted and he's stranded at the drive-in. They're both thinking about each other. Do you know what I'm saying? There's nobody else is getting a look at. So whoever's union I'm picking up on today, whether it's presently going down like this, or gonna, or this is a way in the past and I'm telling the story, you both have nobody has a look in. Do you know what I mean? Even if people are in other relationships, they don't stand in comparison to you. Do you know what I mean? It's not nice, but that is what's coming through. Self-respect, yeah. And it's all about, it's teaching the karmic people to have more self-respect for themselves when they can see that. So I feel that if someone's karmic partner is beginning to see that they need to have more self-respect for themselves if somebody's longing after another. Right, okay. So, self-respect. What number is it? These don't have numbers. Oh God! Now it's a song called "Telling the World." It's from that Bird program. It's a kids' film, but it's quite a good film, and that feels like Twin Flames too. But basically, that song, I'm going to show you the words. It says something about, I'm telling the world. No, I won't bother showing you the words, but it's something like, I'm telling the world that I found the girl. Basically, it's somebody like, look, I don't give a fuck who knows. Like, it's that kind of vibe. Do you know what I mean? Whether you, and also it does feel like that kind of, somebody's woke up to a connection and they're like, I don't care who knows. So it feels like something that's went from this whole kind of secret, taboo, what's that word, clandestine, it's got that kind of secret, someone gets a kick out of a bit of a secret rendezvous relationship, something's coming out into the open whenever this happens. Whether you're in a relationship or not, self-respect is the key to how other people perceive and treat you. Sometimes self-respect may seem to take you down a lonely road, but even that part of the journey is worthwhile. If you aren't willing to speak up for what you believe in, walk away from situations, remember the first card was say no, that are damaging to you, and act from your own integrity. How can anyone else truly know or care for you? And that's why they use me to talk about boundaries and integrity being my favourite word and all this stuff, because you should have that self-respect with you and your twin flame. Like, yes, you love them a lot, it's the other half of your soul, it's your energy, all of that is still true. But if somebody's showing up in distorted, disrespectful energy, like, why do you want to be around them? It doesn't matter that you're twin flame, like, let them go to heal, right? And, and anyway, if you have respect for yourself, they'll begin to have more respect for yourself. It's 33 minutes, which is forgiveness. Jesus energy. I wonder if these are going to always end up being around these ones, because that's the time that the other one ended. But anyway, it's going to be longer than that because I've said that. But at times it's tempting to compromise your self-respect for security or survival, like that card that said, I'm with someone else because they don't challenge me. As a short-term measure, this may be necessary while you get your life in order, but as a long-term measure, this is unhealthy for your heart and soul. Yeah, because if you're longing after that true love, which you can have, I feel in the case of this situation, it's not in alignment. You've drawn this card today because the universe would like you to have a look at the ways you've compromised yourself in the past or present in order to secure and maintain a relationship. So you see how that when I was challenging, that's interesting. When I was talking about the karmic partner, somebody's karmic is molding themselves to suit a twin, or literally someone's going to the extent of copying someone's twin to be like them. Again, that's going to be unique situations, but that does go on. It's like energy harvesting, isn't it? It's like, yeah, anyway. But you can't keep it up, is the point. You can't keep it up forever. Real life or spiritual growth is not about taking the convenient path. In fact, love and spiritual growth often demand that we face challenging situations in order to confirm our commitment to what we say we want. Which is, again, it's why if your twin isn't putting in the effort to heal or to apologise, because I feel like that's what's needed in this situation, again, don't give up your self-respect just because, oh, I'm with my twin flame. Like, no, I wouldn't respect that. You know what I mean? What I would respect is twin flames being together, that I've both done the healing, or it's about the effort to do the healing. You know what I mean? Obviously, there's going to be twin flames that get together and someone's still got a whole load more healing to do, but if they're actively doing it and aware and awake and all of that, then it's a good thing. But what I'm talking about is, don't be trying to chase after somebody that doesn't get it, that doesn't want to have anything to do with you. You know what I mean? It seems obvious and common sense, but I think some people need to hear it. Most people breach their own integrity and compromise their self-respect from time to time. Living a fulfilling life is not about being perfect. This is everything I've said the past few days. I love it. It's about acknowledging what is and choosing a healthier course of action from now on. When you live from truth, a life of integrity and self-respect are natural outcomes, and your angels, guides, spirit guides, and the entire universe are standing by to help you attain that level and quality of fulfillment. Ask for the help and act on their guidance and the urging of your own intuition, gut and heart. And again, it's like, because when you do that, I feel 1973 might be significant to someone there. It's not going to be everyone, but I was getting drawn to it. When you do that, your twin will mirror you further down the line, or sometimes it's not too far. Do you know what I mean? But if you don't have self-respect for yourself and you're people pleasing with your twin or anyone else, they will continue to do that, is the point. And also, see, when it said from now on, I wanted to say for now. So it's like, for the people that makes people panicky about, I don't want to let my twin go and all that kind of stuff. It's just for now what you're being guided to do. Live in the now. You know what I mean? Let go of the struggle, the panic, all that kind of stuff. Right, so let's see where your twin is. And I'm going to end it. It's 37 minutes, which is what they like to guide me to a lot, because, like I say, a lot of the people that tune in, obviously not everyone, because there's people that are a lot older than that, there's people that are a lot younger, but the majority of people that tune in are around these ages, and that what's important about that is the North Node in Taurus. And like I said the other day, when it was right from, I'm not kidding, right from the day of my 37th birthday, my whole life changed. Like long-term friendships are like 20 years gone, like a couple. You know, obviously there's been things building up to this, but some of it was shock and sudden, and literally have still never seen these people to this day. I mean, I hope that doesn't mean I'm going to now that I've said it, but you know what I'm saying? It's like not on my frequency. So these are some of the things that could be happening to you. So that's why it's important for you to book a pre-recorded reading, and I can pick up on these situations if you've got, you know, a shifty feeling about people around you that you can't trust and all that kind of stuff, or betrayal or any of this kind of stuff. But I would say if you've already had that, it might, or if you've never had a session, it might be time to book a Zoom, and you can book the 144 ones, which are basically, you know, it's an hour session where I can look at your chart to see what's going on quickly, and we can, you know, you can basically just get to know what it's like with me one-on-one, and there's always healing, obviously one-to-one being guided at you during that session, and soul retrieval is everything I do on here and in individual. And then my normal 222 sessions are, it just, I can bring more of the stuff that I do into that, and it's, yeah, but yeah, I've been guided to keep mentioning the 144 sessions for people that just want to kind of check in with me and need a bit of empowerment, but you're maybe not in a position to get the rest or need the rest. But yeah, use your discernment with that. If you know that you have been through a really, really rough time and you need a lot of support, then it would be the normal 222. Right, okay, so because I will strictly stop at the hour with the 144 ones, whereas with the 222 I'm more likely to be more yeah, go over the time and stuff. So that's why I was guided to put that at that, because it kept happening like ridiculous amounts of times. Right, the gardener. Serendipity, yeah, there's some kind of serendipitous meeting coming for somebody. Again, serendipity is happy accident, so it does indicate bumping into somebody and you didn't expect it. But I feel whoever this is for, you've got a feeling that's going to happen. But it could also just mean it's a happy accident, serendipity that, you know, it might happen suddenly. So I'm like, somebody might sort of call you out of the blue and be like, can you come and meet me now, kind of thing. So you might get a bit of warning, but it's something like that. Right, the gardener. Or I'm coming to see you, you know what I mean? It's something like that. 16 too, because the 16 is the tower. Nurture the seeds of love within you and help them grow. The gardener benefits throughout his life by learning how to nurture the feminine energies in his world. He builds up the garden beds, shapes the garden, puts up fences and trellises and turns the soil. He plants the seed that the feminine gave him initially and protects them while they grow. Sometimes he has sometimes he has to work hard. What did I just say about people that do the work? So that when its harvest time comes, he can enjoy the full bounty of his reward. There's so many jokes I could make there. You know, put in the hard work and it'll be worth it. You know what I mean? Don't put in the hard work and just think you can just get everything like that on a plate. Guys, these are not the women you want to, you know, these are not the women you want to wife. You know what I mean? Basically, you know what I mean? And women, okay, switch it, road. I get all confused with that, but whatever. Do you know what I mean? Where's the sexual chemistry in the build-up if somebody just puts it on a plate for you? Do you know what I mean? That's fucking boring. Then it's like you're just going to have boring sex for the rest of your life because it's just like that easy. Fuck that. Sorry, that's just my Venus and Aries talking. And it's about, you know, it's like right, okay, what they're getting me to say, this is really making me laugh and I feel like I need to interrupt with another card, but it's like, you can definitely, you know, people have moments where you're going to get caught up in the moment and you're taken off guard. I do feel that's something to do with this actually. When it's like serendipity, it's like, so I feel this is a bit of a warning, or it's like a situation that's happened in the past or presently or whatever, but it's like, or it's a warning, so take note that it's like, I feel somebody's twin could serendipitously like call them out of the blue. You know, you could all be taken off guard, especially if you still drink. There's alcohol involved with one of you or two of you. It could all just be happen very fast, because manifestation is behind it. But that's fine. You know, like that will happen. Now it's just human nature, and definitely twin flame connections. It's just you get caught up in the moment, but like to keep getting caught up in a moment like that is very risky with your twin flame. You're going to end up in a really weird situation. So whoever that's for. So what I suppose the message is there, it's okay to fuck up once, but don't keep fucking up with the same situation, whether it be by karmic or a twin flame or whatever. But people are going to do what they're going to do. Right, what do you need to know about that? But yes, look, it's, right, I knew that. It's a destined connection, right? It is a destined connection, so there's all this chemistry and all that, so it's like if somebody does express wanting to see you, you know, it's like it's you're going to feel this pull to them, but it feels like that. I feel like I'm bringing in this very Saturn kind of serious energy of, do you want this to be a one night thing, or do you want this to be the one kind of thing? Because if you want it to be the one, you want to get to know each other on a deeper level. I'm filled with regret. So again, I feel I'm channeling a situation where it's like, yeah, I don't know, it's something around that, right? That it's like, this is you and your twin flame, if this is a past or something yet to happen. But just make sure, if this feels like Mercury retrograde shit, it does. Spiritual awakening, yeah. Spiritual awakening, repetitive cycles, I don't know. It's everything that I've already said. Because I said that. Just don't repeat something. So it's okay to make a mistake once, but don't make the same mistake again if there was regret there. I don't know. Makes sense to it. It's meant to make sense. Right, let's read the rest of this. And I do feel it's like that felt like a twin flame connection, but that would also go for don't go back to an ex that you know is toxic, that is a karmic, just because the sex is great or something. Because again, like that feels like situations where it's like, you know, was it worth it for one night, and then you get landed with somebody that's like was purposely trying to fall pregnant or something. Like, these are all the kind of things that a karmic or like a toxic feminine would do. But of course, like with me saying that about us picking up on twin, like that can happen with twin flames too, and all this stuff could happen before you're ready. So be careful with whatever, you know what I mean. But yeah, something around that, right? Okay, so but what will be will be. But with twin flames, it's a bit different. With destined connections, I really do feel whenever I've helped, and that means it's true, whenever I've helped twins with this in the past, and especially whenever there's been, oh, because they're pulling me the cards over there, and they're pulling me the word star child. Whenever it's like rainbow children, crystal children, it's like these children are the new generations, or this is really heavy, that are coming in to usher that love on the planet, unconditional love, I might add. And where there are destined connections, they will throw you together serendipitously, and they will make things happen probably before you're ready. Yeah, so just be careful with the guy from the garage. And that's hilarious. Have boundaries. This is so funny because there is love there, but yeah, distorted feminine. But it's like, oh god, this is so mental. But if the guy from the garage has been, by the way, remember that's his twin flame was right behind him. So this is definitely yet again, and it's a bit longer, but fine. It's another union reading. The guy from the garage, that's his divine feminine. So this is definitely predicting a union of at some point. They all are. But with the distorted feminine being there too, it's like I'm clearly being told you're going to be tested by your twin flame, and they could pull you back into distorted feminine energy by letting your boundaries down because you love them. And if you've done that, you know, forgive yourself. It's all happens the way it's meant to. But don't keep doing it. That's the message. Don't keep doing it, or they'll never learn. Right, okay, so the gardener. He learns how to be in harmony with her seasons and therefore profits from her beauty and abundance while she benefits from his strength and diligence. The gardener finds a certain kind of inner peace with all aspects of his garden because it keeps him connected to the great feminine cycles of nature and Mother Earth. In nature, you cannot rush or force things, and that's basically the energy I'm channeling. It's like, what's your hurry? Like, you know, it's something worth having is worth putting the patience and the healing into, and that means being patient to allow your twin to heal. But obviously, human urges are going to take over from time to time, is what they're saying. You cannot have fruit from your tree without planting the seed first and tending it patiently. Oh, and I didn't know it was going to say that. You've drawn this card today so you may bring your attention to work of your inner and outer gardener. It's time to consider what areas of your life need some weeding, planting, fertilising, or other forms of constructive attention. When the gardener calls, it means that when the gardener calls, again, I feel like that's someone's getting a call out the blue. It means that some planning is required, followed by action taken with a willingness to work towards your goals realistically, so that you may achieve them. Call on your inner gardener to help you nurture and cultivate the seeds that are ready to take root and sprout in your life. I feel like I just want to read the where is that? There's the chivalry. Where does it say? Yeah, look. Moreover, he takes pride in the fact that he can gallant without losing his sense of self or feeling demeaned. Appreciating and enjoying the inherent differences between the masculine and feminine helps the chivalrous male, the guy from the garage, to enjoy this way of being and be uplifted by the company of the luminous woman. The chivalrous male has a deep respect for the feminine and a powerful understanding that he himself is nurtured by supporting the feminine and helping her to thrive. He recognises that actions like opening a door for a woman, offering a lady a seat can add a flourish, a charm, style to the way he lives his life, and he derives from... Again, it just feels like somebody's reparenting themselves on... Look, inner pieces behind it and that measure. It just feels like someone's... Whether you call it reparenting or growing up a bit, that's what it feels like. Right, I think we can close this out now because it's been longer than I meant. Right, what do we need to know to end it? Love. Perfect. Get some, give some, it'll cheer your ass up. Ah, but interesting. True, right? When all the ingredients are ripe and ready for success, because that was a card earlier. But there's definitely something about, look, get some, give some, it will cheer your ass up. It is Mercury retrograde, so I feel this is a strong warning. If you're tempted to hook up, I'm not going to say with an ex, because if this is a twin flame connection, yeah, they might be your ex, you might have been in a relationship, but it's kind of like, if you're tempted just to kind of go into toxic cycles, even you know someone's like still in a dark place and they're going to be sleeping with other folk and all that, and that's really not what you want for yourself, because I would hope that you wouldn't, it won't cheer your ass up in the end, you know what I mean? And actually it really won't even cheer them up. So be careful about that. But where this is kind of, and then also the other obvious one would be like people hook up with their ex and Mercury retrograde, and the exes could be karmic cycles that brought you a lot of pain and trauma bonds, and they can be addictive too, and you could be getting lured into that. So, you know, will it cheer you up? I don't think so. But like I say, some people let the lust and the toxic, well, just, yeah, some people let sexual energy just run rife for them. So choose love over fear, and sometimes that means discipline as well. You need a good fucking cry, yeah, or you're going to be crying. Get the ugly cry on, let that shit go, your soul, thank you. I feel it's like this is already, look, you think someone is lying, they are, wow. Yeah, there's definitely something about, like, I don't know, I'm just feeling all these feelings. If something has went down, or like I said, it's an omen or a warning, because different people are in a different timeline, and it's came from a place of strong feelings. This kind of feels like, this feels like twin, I was about to say, I'm not going to lie, this feels like twin flames that have hooked up, that perhaps somebody wasn't single, but they could have lied about it, you see. Happiness. But in the end, it's like, oh my god, love call. Yeah, if that's what I'm picking up on, and it kind of does, I'm going to have to watch this whole thing back. This feels, again, this is one of the ones that feels like more like someone's personal reading, but I feel things are going to close out, or it's like this person's going to do right by everyone, and there's going to be a love call. Because look, Joy, there's cards that aren't so good in here, by the way. Like, look, there's a, oh my god, roller coaster and shatter and courage, engagement, love, yeah, bitterness in reverse. There's some kind of roller coaster going on here, right? Like, look, it's like addicted. That's like some kind of karmic relationship that a twin is in. That's breaking their heart. Sudden change, shocking transformation, endings, wake up call, end of an era, blessing in disguise. So it's like whatever has happened here, it is a blessing in disguise. It's going to lead to a lot of happiness for a twin flame union. But it feels like there's been a whole roller coaster of drama going on. And so it's going to take courage for someone to speak up and leave something. Strength, leap of faith, doing what's right. I did say that. Bravery, confidence, going for it, protector, stability, dependable. Getting engaged, deeper commitment, marriage proposal, next phase of relationship. It can even just be someone's ready for a union. It doesn't need to be literal, but it can be for some. Yeah, because it's like they love. And then joy, peace, feeling uplifted, happy relationships, enjoying each other, emotional fulfillment, on track, successful partnership. And that feels like when I channeled that about, like, look, do you want a quick fix with a karmic, or even a quick fix with a twin flame, even though you know it's not going to be good for both of you right now? Or do you want to put in the effort to do the healing and get it when it's the best, you know? It can be the relationship, but that could be getting it as well. Getting in touch, expressing love, telling you their feelings, missing you, and reaching out. Yeah, someone's getting the love call. God, it's just so funny how I know it's not time for it to... What else do you need to know? Yeah, somebody's going to be calling you because they can't get sleep at night from thinking about the situation. I do feel there has been something that's went down here. It's like somebody's fucked up, right? But it wasn't their intention to hurt you. it's like they've got caught up in the chemistry and the emotion of this twin flame connection without closing out something else. So again, that could be as serious as someone's married, it could be as serious as someone's in a relationship, it could be as serious as, well, but then it wouldn't be serious, you know, if someone was just like casually seeing, but whatever it is, they hadn't closed something out. It could even just be people are hanging on to them and they were single, but it's something like that, expecting the worst, self-fulfilling prophecies, sleepless nights. Nine of Wands, don't give up, protect that which you've created, have courage and believe in yourself. It's going to take a lot of courage for this person to make that call. They're fucking exhausted. This has been coming through loads. Time to rest or take a vacation, allow more time for making a decision. Meditation may provide answers. Again, this person's just been besides themselves with regret. And look, options. Complex decision, they need to do more research, stop procrastinating, make time for those around you, take a sensible approach, deal with challenges in a kind and understanding manner. But I feel that's like, if this is somebody coming towards you that's fucked up, it's like just understanding that they never meant to cause all this. But this has blown my mind actually, because remember I did say it was like one of the cards I'd picked up before was like, before I came on, was like, I know what I need to do now, and I'm ending karmic situations. So I knew it was going to be something else. Yeah, look, because it's fated and destined. A time of positive change, a situation suddenly moves forward, fortune is on your side. Painful endings, but that is the end. The end of a difficult situation, embrace the change, expect things to get better now, recovering from addiction. Again, that can be many things. Again, I feel someone was in a really toxic, addictive cycle with karmic energies. So either just different people or the same person, like yanking their chain, as I like to say, you know, somebody toying with someone's emotions. And that can happen with friends too. Again, it's happened to me in the past where it's like, you know that you deserve better than the way that you're allowing yourself to be treated, but you just keep doing it because you've got a big heart. So I understand that. Justice. Fair and just decisions. Do what you know is right. Standing up for your beliefs. Yeah, someone's going to do the right thing. They might be doing it around the 8th of May there. We're getting drawn that right. Or big things happening around August. I'm going to end this here because that was a bit longer. Please let me know if any of this resonated. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Like, comment, subscribe, book a personal reading or energy healing if you need it. It's all of it. See you later.